What's up, everybody? Been on a little hiatus. Decided that I didn't really want to put this stuff together anymore for various reasons. But I had a little chat with Ben Schroeder last night via AIM, and he'd like everybody to know that his leg is healing really well. And I'm going to make this hate letter going out to debilitating injuries like you may incur, like from skateboarding, whether it's broken bones, whether you have broken feet, heel bruises, anything that puts you on the sidelines for a while. And Ben's been in Denmark. I don't know how long he's been over there, but they had to attach a I guess he said, what did he call it, an external fixation device on his leg to put like his tibia and his fibia on his left leg, like back together. So I mean, this is kind of like a love letter, hate letter, because I love Ben Schroeder. I think he's one of the raddest skaters ever.
Ben Schroeder, Ben skates for Dogtown and Goldie, Monrovia. Yeah! 15 seconds, Ben.
Just his style is just so gnarly, and it's like he doesn't care. I had a chance to I've never met him. We've chatted a little bit, but at the 88 Farm Ramp Jam, like it was like Ross Goodman, absolutely, the guy was born dead. Crawled out of a coffin, like, to start skating, and just absolutely ruled, like the Santa Cruz area. Reese Simpson was there. Bees Lovelace for VB, really good skater, was there. And the first time I ever saw Ben was at the farm ramp, like after they had finished it and everything, and I mean, he was doing all the lip tricks, like the rock and roll shuffles to fakie and everything. I'm like, who is this guy in this flannel shirt that's like 6'5" and looks like he weighs about 240 pounds? And I was just like, wow, I mean, he's like really kind of on the cutting edge. And I think that was like after he won the Raging Waters lip trick contest. He was wearing jeans and had the Pro Design pads, and I started wearing jeans, and I got myself some Pro Design pads because him and Ross Goodman looked so cool, wearing that stuff, and just, it looks just like they didn't give a shit. It was like ollie tail slides, on pool coping, ollie tail slide to whatever, to ollie over the channel, lip slide to revert. And I mean, I was going, how in the hell did they bring that back in? So I started trying to learn those tricks, and I learned a lot of them. I couldn't really do like hang up reverts on plywood ramps, because we didn't have the screws were never countersunk. We would always slam, and it was like we would always just get pissed off like on that stuff. But I mean, we learned a lot of stuff, like 5-0s to fakie, pivot fakie, all this fakie stuff started going on. And I mean, Ben was like a pioneer, like doing that. And I used to write for Juice magazine, like when they first started out, and Lance Mountain wrote the intro to an article that Jim Murphy wrote about Ben, and it states they don't ever make them like they used to. In fact, no one was ever like Ben Schroeder. or ever will be. Ben is a mixture unlike any other, with the intelligence to be a biochemist and the abandoned carelessness to the start of the Third World War just to see the outcome. That's him. He is World War III in a nutshell, and he does not care. You know, he may be laid up for a while, but I've never seen somebody that's really kind of persevered. I mean, there's been other people that have been horribly injured. He's probably like just about the only one that I know that almost has his nose torn off, like in that car crash, like in 1993. He had back trauma, leg damage, and you know, spine problems. But as far as anybody really being sent to the hospital repeatedly, you know, Jay Adams may have had some trouble there, you know, with damage. You know, but you never really heard about anybody really getting carted off or slamming as much as Ben did, because he was so full throttle. It was like, you know, and that's like kind of like what I said, the hate letter, love letter. And Grosso can jump on me all he wants. I don't care. But his injuries have been pretty substantial. And when he gets this thing off his leg, you know, and I mean, there's been, you know, pictures of it, pus dripping out of it. You know, he has to have it changed and all this stuff. And he had to go to Denmark because they really didn't. I don't know if they had he was building a skate park and he's over there doing all that. But you know, people that repeatedly take the slams and keep coming back. You know, Jason Jesse was slammed, and you know, he's another one of my favorites. Jason Jesse, Ross Goodman, Ben Schroeder. Steve Alba, Mickey Alba, like Dwayne Peters, like all those guys inspired me. And you know, it's just kind of, you know, nobody likes breaking anything. You know, fractured my left arm and couldn't surf for a while, and it was bad. And I know what it's like, but I don't know I have no idea what it's like to be laid up like Ben. But Ben, hats off to you. Maybe one day we'll meet, brother. And I'd like to see you back out there because you rip.